Welcome to the Pokemon HeartGold walkthrough. Pokemon HeartGold, along with its counterpart Pokemon Soul Silver, are the Generation 4 remakes of Pokemon Gold and Silver from Generation 2. This game is set in the Johto region, located to the west of the Kanto region and to the south of the Sinnoh region. During this walkthrough, I will show you where you need to go and where to find important items. I will give you strategies and hints to take down tough trainers, and I will present reviews for many of the Pokemon you can catch as you travel through Johto. When you start a new game, Professor Oak will introduce himself. After a short speech, Professor Oak will ask you to choose the gender and name of the character you'll be playing. I will be naming my character Ethan, which is the official name for this game's male character. The official name for the female character is Lyra. Remember that these settings cannot be changed later, so be careful to avoid any spelling errors. Also, it would be best not to use all capital letters when naming either your character or your Pokemon in this generation. You start out in your hometown called Newbark Town, which lies in the southeast part of Johto. Head downstairs where your mom will greet you. She will tell you to head over to Professor Elm's laboratory. Before you go, she will give you access to some of the menu options, like your bag and the options menu. These will pop up on the bottom screen. I suggest going into the options menu and changing the text speed to fast. You can also change the color of the text box frame if you like. When you head outside, you will encounter Lyra and your Marrow. If you are playing as the female character, you will encounter Ethan instead. Professor Elm's lab is located to the left of your house. A suspicious red-haired boy is spying through the window. If you try to talk to him, he will kick you out of the way. Inside the lab, you will meet Professor Elm. He will ask you to choose a Pokemon and have it walk with you as part of his research. He will then receive an email from someone called Mr. Pokemon and ask you to head to his house and pick up a Pokemon egg. The three Pokemon you can choose from are Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. Chikorita is the Grass-type starter. It evolves into Bayleaf at level 16 and finally into Meganium at level 32. Its typing makes it a difficult Pokémon to begin with in this particular game. As you level it up and add more members to your team, it will become easier to use. Chikorita's move pool is not that interesting. You will find some more common Grass-type moves and a whole bunch of Normal-type moves. You can always make it work well on your team, but new players might struggle with it in the beginning. Cyndaquil is a Fire-type starter. It evolves into Quilava at level 14 and finally into Typhlosion at level 36. Cyndaquil's stats are fairly well balanced and there's an abundance of Fire-type moves in its move pool, along with moves of several other types. Cyndaquil can therefore fill many different roles on your team. Totodile is the Water-type starter. Of the three starters, Totodile is the first to reach its final evolutionary stage. It evolves into Croconaw at level 18 and into Feraligatr at level 30. Its best offensive stat is its attack stat, but you can still teach its special-based moves, although I wouldn't rely on them entirely. For this walkthrough, I will choose Cyndaquil as my starter Pokémon. Before you leave the lab, you will get 5 potions from the Professor's aid. Potions are used to heal your Pokémon when their HP is low. Outside you will meet Lyra again. She will tell you to go see your mom before you leave town, and you actually have to do that before you're allowed to leave. At any time you can talk to the Pokémon walking beside you. Its reaction will depend on a number of factors, such as the Pokémon's friendship level and your location. The Pokémon walking beside you will always be the one in the front of your party. If you click on the button labeled Pokémon on the bottom screen, you can see information on your team members. Pokémon have 6 main stats: hit points, attack, defense, special defense, and speed. They have a nature which increases the growth of one stat, but reduces the growth of another stat. A few natures are so-called neutral natures and don't do anything. And lastly, all Pokémon have an ability, which usually takes effect during battle, but can also take effect outside of battle. When you go back to your house and talk to your mom, she will give you the Pokégear. With this device you can make phone calls to NPCs who have given you their phone number, and sometimes they will call you. Now we will head for Mr. Pokemon's house. To get there we must first go through Route 29, then we have to go through Cherrygrove City, and finally we have to go through Route 30. During a Pokémon battle, various options will be available to you on the bottom screen. Choosing the fight option will allow you to pick a move for your Pokémon to use. Your Pokémon can only know a maximum of 4 moves at a time. You can open your bag to select an item to use, you can choose to switch out your Pokémon with another, or you can choose to run away. You can only run away during battles with wild Pokémon. I will skip most of the wild encounters during the walkthrough to save time. This is an Apricorn tree. I will explain a little later what Apricorns are used for. As soon as you enter Cherrygrove City, an old man will give you a tour of the city and teach you some basic stuff about being a Pokémon trainer. When the tour is over, the old man will give you the running shoes. Now you can run by pressing the B button. You can also click on the running button on the bottom screen to keep the running speed activated until you click the button again. Before you enter Route 30, the old man will return and give you the town map. You can access the map by using the Pokégear. Inside this house, a man will give you the Apricorn Box. Now you can pick Apricorns from the Apricorn trees, and later on you will be able to make Pokeballs of the Apricorns you have collected. One Apricorn may be picked per tree per day. A little further north, the route forks, and the path to the left is blocked by 2 trainers engaged in the battle. Head up through the path to the right to reach Mr. Pokemon's house. When you enter the house, Mr. Pokémon will immediately give you the egg. He will then heal your Pokémon. After that, Professor Oak will introduce himself. He will give you the Pokédex and he will register his phone number in your Pokégear. The Pokédex records information on every Pokémon that you have either met or caught. Pokémon that you have caught will have more information attached to them. When you leave the house, you will get an urgent call from Professor Elm. It's time to head back to Newbark Town, and we will do that in the next part of the walkthrough.